In this video, we're going to unbox the Indomitus box set. How's it going, everyone? My name is Alan the Apathetic Fish, and I'm back with another unboxing video. So I was able to snatch one Indomitus box set from the pre-order day when it came out, and it was a nerve-wracking experience. When Indomitus came out, it was utter chaos. Not all of us got the chance to get one because it sold out in a matter of minutes. But by now you may know that Games Workshop reopened a made-to-order kind of second chance for everyone who didn't manage to get the box the first time, and I hope most of you who wanted one were able to order it. But I didn't know that, and I was there the very second the new box was going to go live, and for a couple minutes it just wouldn't show up. I could see other products such as the special edition rulebook and the cards and boards, but no Indomitus. I was like, what the frick? What's going on? After a couple minutes, maybe 5 minutes or so, what felt like an eternity of refreshing, the box finally came out, and I was so nervous I couldn't even write my password when I was checking out, and didn't even verify my payment or anything. Just clicked like crazy, just like, take my money and give me my box. And at the end I was able to order it, and I was very happy. Most of my friends were also there waiting to get their own copy, and not all of them got it, but thankfully they can request a made to order. Now, I know I'm late to the party. Most people already opened their Indomitus box and unboxed them on video. I had to wait for delivery at the release date, and until today I was able to record myself opening the box. So what even is this box? This is the largest, most value for your money box for a new release set I've seen. Too bad it was exclusive and maybe not everyone could get it, even after the made to order. But yesterday, Saturday, August 8th, the pre-orders for the non-exclusive starting boxes that contain some of the contents from this Indomitus box set are out to pre-order, and they seem pretty good too. I might even get the Command Edition 2 to expand my armies, get the board and some terrain, which I already have a bunch of terrain, but who doesn't love terrain? This box contains 2 armies, and all of the miniatures in the box are new model releases, save for the Warriors and the Scarab Swarms that already existed on the range, but they are new sculpts too. The new Primaris Space Marines seem more close combat oriented, and the Eradicators look sweet, and I think the rules for them are very good. There's 3 of them in this box, and the Necrons got some sweet close combat big dudes called the Scorpec Destroyers. Anyway, just let's get on with it. Let's dive into what the contents of this box are. So this is the box, and it's very big and heavy. Looking at the backside, you can see everything it contains. It has about 1,000 points per side of the new Necrons versus new Intercessors Space Marines. The Necrons depicted here are a new Tomb World, and they look a little bit more beat up with more undead feel to them, which is what attracted me to the Necrons from the start. The box contains 61 miniatures, and it's a great value box for the money, in my opinion. Other than just miniature, it includes a big special edition rulebook, but this set does not contain anything like dice and rulers or anything else you might need to start playing. As soon as you open it, you get greeted by a piece of artwork, and if you pay attention around the box, there are examples of painted models you can base your paint job on. Apparently, once the Intercessors came out, they were like a blank slate with almost no iconography, and as they get incorporated into the chapters, they start acquiring a little more character. This is why these Marines are a bit more ornate. They have a little bit more grim, dark feel to them, and they are starting to get a little bit more personality. Inside the box we have a ton of plastic, and at the moment it feels like a lot. Some of these sprues seem like they will be available in their own standalone box since they are a contained sprue, but some other look like they're mixed and might not be available like this separately. But let's put them aside and keep looking at what else comes in this box. There is a second piece of art. These I like to frame and put them on my wall. I think they look great. Once you get through the mountain of plastic inside the box, there is a little damaged pamphlet with a scan code to read the Indomitus novel. Inside we have some small booklets. The Edge of Silence, that is a lore book for the miniatures in this box that will talk about their backstory and includes rules for the models so that you can start playing with them, since the codexes are not out at this moment. Then we have assembling instruction for all of the models, and some of them have options such as the Warriors that have 2 types of weapons. One we don't have is color recommendations like in the other assembling books. They used to have a small section where you can see what colors to use so that you can paint them like they're shown. Then we have tons of bases, lots and lots apparently. My back broke and they're just all over the box. If you have trouble figuring out which base is what, there is a 1-to-1 scale of the base sizes for the bases inside the assembling book, so that there are no mistakes when selecting your bases and you can check. Then we have some decals for the Space Marines, but no decals for Necrons. There is more bases behind this piece of cardboard. And finally, the last item of this box and the heaviest one is the big rulebook, with Abaddon and Gilliman as cover art. I've never before owned a rulebook since I didn't want to spend the money and I could always just borrow it, but this one is massive and since it comes in the box, now I have it. Now the rules are a little bit heftier than before and there is a bunch of content we will need for it to start playing. Although the rules are out for free online, but that doesn't include missions and other stuff. I don't want to get too in-depth on the contents of the book. If you like reading and get inspired, you can read through these pages where you will learn about the hobby and the whole story behind Warhammer 40,000 and also the updated story when the galaxy is broken in half by Abaddon and the fact that Gilliman is back and saving whatever planets he can. And these planets are under heavy Chaos Forces attacks since half of the galaxy is in shadows from the Astronomicon and Chaos is basically emerged across the galaxy with impunity. You can see here that different factions and their backstory if you are trying to decide what you'd like to collect, and these are just beautiful pictures of the different armies. Then we come to the rules, which is I think the most important part to read and absorb. I believe there is some pretty big differences from 8th edition. I still feel this is like an 8.5 edition, which is an expansion of the rules since 8th edition streamlined a ton of the rules to make them play faster and easier. I think this edition gives a little bit more nuance to the game. This section will go through the basic rules, the battle sequence, and it explains in text and bullet points the rules, so there is a general and a specific description of the rules you're reading, reducing hopefully any confusion. Compared to the last edition rules in the past, there was some small pamphlet with 4 to 5 pages. This one has a bunch more pages that might take you an afternoon to read through. Then we have the missions and how to build your battle-forged armies. Detachments are the way armies have to be composed, so they are legal to play. And instead of giving you command points, now they cost you command points. You get command points at the start of every mission, depending on the size of the game. Next we have example battlefields. These are important because a big part of the balance when playing is having an appropriate terrain, and here we can see various examples of how dense it's recommended to have the terrain on your table. Then the book goes through different modes of play: open play, match play, and narrative play. The last one includes rules for running crusades, in which there is a continuity for the events that happen in each game, and you gain requisition, which can be used to enhance your armies. This is a sort of a campaign mode that you can play with your friends and have some consequences to the outcomes of the battles. At the end of the book there is a rules appendix, and it designates the weapons that have become blast weapons and which models have become aircrafts. There is also a clarification on rare rules and a glossary with page number references so that you can look for whatever term you need to verify at the moment. And that's all that comes in this book. I think having this book is important to generate missions and look at the rules, but other than that, the book is too heavy and packed with information from lore and other things such as pictures that you definitely not need to carry with you each time you want to play. So I wouldn't like to be carrying this book around all of the time. Maybe a smaller, light version of the rules would be better to have. Now I want to look at some sprues. These sprues seem like they will fit in small clan packs or other boxes to sell individually. I don't believe these are just Indomitus exclusives, since they come in their own sprues. These are the Royal Warden and the Primaris Lieutenant. They are both single posts with no different options. Then we have the Necron Overlord and the Primaris Captain, which comes in a large sprue with a Cynic base. And these are very nicely detailed. Moving on, I have the Primaris bikes, which are massive compared to the original bikes, and they look chunky and powerful. I am looking at these in no order in particular, but this is a mixed sprue of Necrons, which has the Canoptek Reanimator, the Scorpec Lord, the Plasmancer, the Crypto Thralls. Next I have a mixed sprue for the Space Marines, which has the Blade Guard Ancient, the Blade Guard Veterans, the Eradicators, and I believe the Judicar and Chaplain. Again, this come together in one sprue and not individual kits. Maybe later they will be available in a big start collecting box maybe, or something like that. Like in the box of Shadowspear that they divided the kit for each starter set. Next we have the Necron Warrior kit, which is 2 sets on this box. They are both the same sprue. You will probably see this when you buy a box of 10 Necrons, and like in the old kit they come with 3 Scarab Swarms. Next up here are the Assault Intercessors. They come in 2 identical sprues with 5 each. They aren't completely monoposed as they can swivel their arms for slightly different poses, I believe. And lastly, one of the coolest kits on this set, these are the Scorpic Destroyers, which come in 3s in 1 sprue. Very nicely detailed and the ones I am most excited for. And that's it. That's all there is to this box. These are all the sprues that you get, which I think are a lot. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if you'd like to see me paint any of these models and what color scheme. I am excited to start assembling and painting my Necrons and looking forward to playing 9th edition. Remember that you can help me out by smashing the like button and subscribing to the channel, and if you don't want to miss my videos, check the bell icon so you can get notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you on the next video. Bye bye.